Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I eat my peppered snail, how I make my peppered snail. Snail is one of the most delicious, should I call it meat? Yeah, I think it belongs to the family of meat. So snail is one of the most delicious meat ever. You know, some people, you can fry it, you can boil it, you can dry it in the sun, you can eat it anyway, and snail will always be delicious. But today I'm going to show you how I make the fried peppered snail. I'm going to be using these snails in the bowl. They've been washed with alum and lime. So all I need is the snails, some curry powder, green pepper. This green pepper is just for garnishing. I'm also going to put it in the snail while I'm cooking it. You'll see how I use it, but mostly I like it to just use it to garnish it, make it look colorful. I'm going to use some habanero pepper, some fresh tomatoes, some onions, salt to taste, and of course my Knorr cube. So let's get in the kitchen and make this happen. So here in this pot I have the snail. It's already seasoned with curry powder, onions, chopped onions, a cube of Knorr cube, and some salt. And I want you to also know that I'm not going to cook it for long. I'm just going to cook it for just like 10 minutes maximum, and then we'll go from there. Here the snail is still cooking. I'm going to give it some more time. I actually thought about 10 minutes, but I'm changing my mind because this snail is kind of hard. So I'm going to let it cook for another 5 more minutes. Okay, the snail seems to be ready. I think it's ready now. Yeah, it's ready. So I'm going to just turn off the stove, put it away, and make the sauce. So let's see how the sauce goes. So the onion has been poured in the pot. I'm sorry, I have to clean this out first. And this is how I make my own sauce before I now fry the snail and then mix it up in this sauce. So this is the onion frying, and I'm going to pour in my blended tomatoes. This is tomatoes, habanero pepper, and some onions here. I did not allow the thing to fry too much because I don't want to hear that splash. Sometimes it just splashes on me and it's not funny. So I'm going to put the rest of the blended tomato and onions and pepper, and then fry it for about 20 minutes. Now I'm adding my Knorr cube. And I'm also going to add, I've added some salt, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add my chopped green pepper. My sliced green pepper, I'm sorry. And I'm just going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. And so guys, this is the sauce. This is the last stage of it. I'm just going to let it simmer again with the heat turned down to very low, and just let it simmer for 5 more minutes, and the sauce will be done. And then I'll go ahead and fry my snail. I can't wait. Okay, the snail has been cooked and it's ready. I've also made the sauce. Yes, I showed that to you before. So I'm going to go ahead and fry the snail. I like to fry my snail very dry. You may not like that. It depends on what your choice is. But when I'm making this peppered snail, I always like to fry it dry. So let's go ahead and see me fry it. And once I finish frying, I will show you other things to do. Remember, like I told you, I like to fry it dry. So I'm gonna fry for like maybe 10 minutes. So you can see I finished frying the snails, and I'm going to just pour it in the sauce and mix everything up. I'll also put the heat on so I can, you know, cook it a little bit again to soften it with the sauce on it. So this is just how I make my fried snail. So mix it up like this. The heat is on, so it's going to kind of cook a little bit and then just, you know, soften it. This snail, if you make it this way, you really enjoy it. I'm telling you, if you do it this way, you will really, because the sauce is seasoned, well seasoned, and the snail itself was seasoned before it was cooked and fried. So you love it if you make it. So I'm just waiting for the stove, for the sauce to heat up a little bit and boil over the snail, and then I'll serve it. So I'm going to cover the stove, the pot, and just lower the stove and let it, you know, kind of simmer in the pot for about 5 minutes, and my fried snail will be ready. Okay, this has been simmering for about 5 minutes. I'm going to put the last garnishing on it. I always like to just put fresh ringed onions inside it and just cover it and let it steam cook the onions. I'm not going to fry it. I'm just going to leave the onions inside on top of the pot like this, on top of the snails, and I'll cover it and just leave it there for 5. So after 5 minutes, guys, I'm opening this again, and I'm going to just turn it for the last time before I serve it. I like serving it with sauteed onions like this, you know, instead of putting fresh onions over it. I just like to, you know, put these onions at the end, you know, just simmer it with it, and then, you know, the taste goes in and it tastes really nice. Guys, I cannot wait to eat this. I wish it's cool already for me to eat. It's hot now, I can't taste it, but this is delicious. This is nice. This is nice. And one more thing I need to let you know is that with snail, you have to be careful with salt. Don't over salt it. Do not over salt it. You know, just put a little salt, because if you over salt it, then you will not really enjoy it. So guys, it's ready. I'm gonna dish it out, and I always sprinkle fresh cut pepper over it, and I take out the seeds of the pepper before I sprinkle it on it, but it all depends on what you want. I like eating it with fresh habanero pepper sprinkled on it. So this is the snail. This is my fried snail, and at this point you can also notice that the snail is softened, despite the fact that I fried it very dry. Leaving it in the sauce to boil for some time softened it up, and then also made it more makes it more delicious. So I'm gonna serve it. And finally, guys, this is my peppered snail, ready to be devoured. Do I use that word? Should I even use that word? What word is better for it? Ready to be, I don't know what to say. But this is really looking nice. This is looking nice, and it tastes nice too. I just challenge you to make this one of these days. Make it for yourself. You don't need to go to the restaurant to order this. You can do it at home within 2 hours. Within 1 hour, it should be done. You know, everything should be ready. So I really appreciate you watching me. Thank you so much for your likes. And if you have not subscribed, please try and subscribe and share. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bon appetit and ciao, ciao.